Hello, hello, hello. Happy Monday, everyone. Um, I think I got everything going, but let me know if I have forgotten anything. Y'all are my tech crew, basically, and I have no idea what I would do without you guys. Uh, so I'm like, I don't really know where to look at the chat. So I'm just going to put it here. Well, no, you know what? I'm going to pop out the chat and I'm going to pop you guys over here so I can look like I am reading the chat, you know? So lightning hellos. Hello, Gary. Hello, Magic Monkichi. Hello, Yi-Ray. How are you doing? Hans. Hello. Long time no see. Hello, Nicholas. How are you doing? Okay, great. And then hello to all of my lurkers. You don't have to come out of lurking. It's okay. I am that one YouTuber that will allow you to just lurk. Okay? Because I am a lurker myself. However, if you guys want more people to join in on these live streams and have it be a really fun time, I will ask you to like and subscribe because that will tell the algorithm, the YouTube algorithm, to put my stuff out in front of more people. So if you guys interact with the video a little bit more, interact with this live stream more, we can grab more people, you know, and it's can just be a fun time for everyone. Hello, Jody. Thank you for becoming a member. I do see your little star next to your name. Thank you for becoming a member. Let's see. So yeah, we have 2 members now. By the way, guys, I have upheld my promise that I am uploading my solo practice sessions. Solo as in I'm not streaming them. The most recent ones say they were streamed, but it's only because I streamed it as an unlisted video, so that I'm still on my own. But it's essentially uploading as I am practicing, so I don't have to do a separate upload afterwards. So yeah, and then I release it after I'm done to my JAF level 2 and above members. So if you guys want to take a peek at how I practice on my own, $5 a month will get that for you. You can watch all of them. It is a lot of content. I'm just realizing how much content that is for you guys, actually. So yeah. Hello, Paradox. How are you? Hello, hello. Hey, Michael. Enjoy your time with family. I'll always be here. So guys, prioritize your family first. You've been a member for a few years, Jody? So my thing, okay, I just activated memberships. Like last week. So maybe you were giving super chats or something, but yeah. Mind my share. Yeah, you see me like, okay, so it's really funny. You guys will catch me doing things on like when I practice off stream that I don't do on stream. Magic Monkichi mentioned to me actually that my tone is different. Well, with the exception of yesterday. Yesterday, I could not fight off my smiley embouchure at all. And it was just a gong show of a practice stream, but or practice session. But I did it anyway because I was like, whatever. I'll just like towards the end, I was just like, I'm just going to focus on my fingers and, you know, muscle memory and stuff like that. And then like for the rest of the day, I was practicing my frowny embouchure and I was like making sure that my posture is good and, you know, all that stuff. But yeah. Yes, Hans, live stream your practice sessions. Any advice? Well, the advice is to just be real and try things out. No 2 people live stream in exactly the same way, and just have fun. And if people offer you advice, try it. You never know if it'll work for you. Like, even if you don't think it'll work for you, try it anyway, because honestly, my eyes have been so opened from you guys just helping me in my practice streams. So yeah, I would highly recommend it because it really enriches your kind of like view of what you do. Other people who are watching you live stream your practice sessions can catch a lot of your blind spots that you will never find on your own. So I have found it to be insanely helpful. Like insanely helpful. That's actually one of the reasons why I am putting up my solo practice sessions too. Because I'm kind of wondering as well what other people can see in my solo practice sessions that I can't. So yeah, if you are confident enough to just live stream your practice sessions, if you're confident in your own self-worth, okay, make sure you don't put your self-worth in your instrument. Don't put it in your abilities in the instrument. Your self-worth should be completely separate, okay? But if you're confident in yourself, I can, like, wow, seriously, I would not be half the player that I am today without you guys helping me out, you know? So, yeah. Yeah, you're welcome, Hans. And I hope that you do start live streaming your practice sessions. I have suggested this to some of my students as well, albeit I suggest it very kind of like, you know, by the way, I'm not pushing you into it, like with that tone of voice of like, I'm not pushing you into it, but I am just saying that it is a great way to catch your blind spots. So, you know, yeah. So wait, Nicholas, you just played in one of the most inspirational masterclasses last night with Dr. Cobus du Toy. My boomer eyes cannot read. Is it Toy? Is that how you say his last name? It looks French. And you guys know my French is so bad. Okay. I wanted to jump right into today's sponsored section of the stream. So for those of you guys who do not know, the next 15 minutes are going to be sponsored by none other than Hyperflute, which is written by Alessandro Battici, who is also the maker of Woodify Wave and Twig finger rests. I have mine here. They're off of my flute right now because my flute is currently with the Flute Center of New York getting a little spa treatment. COA. So let's see. Where are they? I found them. Okay. So these little rests, this one goes on the left hand, this one for the right hand. And I just have not popped them on my own flute right now. I'm going to be completely honest with y'all because I don't have double-sided tape. I still need to buy double-sided tape. I keep meaning to go buy some, but we just never leave the house. I mean, okay, we only leave the house to go grocery shopping, basically. But, you know, other than that, due to, you know, it's a combo of COVID, and for those of you who do know, my husband is going through a pretty terrible skin condition called topical steroid withdrawal. So that kind of housebounds us for a while, or house binds us, I guess is the correct grammar there. But it's a combination of those two things. And then also recently we've had a lot of really bad whatchamacallits, like the air quality has been really, really terrible around where we are recently, but it has since rained, so it's good now. But we've been basically housebound for the last several weeks, so I never got double-sided tape. I mean, I could order some from Amazon, but then I would end up with like 6 rolls of them, and do I really need 6 rolls of them? Probably not. So that's why I was thinking of going to like Target or something. But anyway, these little finger rests are really, really great, especially if you are like me and you're very, very kinesthetic, very tactile. at least I find that popping these onto your instrument really like, because the wood vibrates, you know, and it has this like very organic feeling, and it at least it helps me figure out if I'm playing the flute in a way that is actually vibrating it well, thus producing good tone. So like I kind of feel out my tone by feel, if that makes sense. But anyway, he makes these, they're gorgeous. And he is sponsoring the next 15 minutes. So there you go. So which platform, Hans is asking which platform to do practice streams on? Well, currently I'm kind of doing both. Because with these memorizing things, it's actually what you guys are watching me doing is practicing. But yeah, Twitch is primarily for games. And if I'm being completely honest, I went and hid on Twitch because I knew that there were not a lot of people practicing instruments on there. I hid there for like 3 years because I wanted to find an internet hole to hide in, but still live stream to some people, you know, still keep me accountable to come into practice. But I didn't want to do it to my much bigger audience here on YouTube. So, you know, I think I might start to become ready for it though. These memorizing Karg-Elert live streams is kind of my like, okay, I'm going to be completely real with you guys. I'm testing the waters. I'm testing the waters to see if you guys would be interested in watching me practice. And it looks like a lot of you guys are. So I might be moving my practice streams back to YouTube. I might be. I am considering it. So there you go. There you go. Yes, I basically hid on Twitch, but I also was saying, listen to me. For the few of you out there who want to listen to me, I am there. Like, that's basically what I'm saying. But I do know that the classical music world is not very familiar with Twitch. And so I kind of knew that I would have a very small audience on Twitch. And I planned it that way so that I could still have a small audience, but at the same time, not have it be completely like, you know, because YouTube is very public nowadays because everyone uses YouTube, right? So yeah, but I've gotten to the point now where I'm like, I think I can move back. So it's completely up to you, Hans. Like, I would say YouTube has a much bigger audience. Twitch, not so much. So what do you want, basically, you know? Hey, Andrew, how are you? How is life? Okay, guys, let us move to this screen. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. I'm counting the number of buttons on my little macro pad here. Do you guys even care that I have this set up to do these scene changes? But anyway, I think it's really cool. Okay, so we're looking at Hyperflute Volume 1. If you guys want to buy your own copy of Hyperflute, open the info box underneath this live stream, underneath this video, and up until the end of November, I believe, is when you guys can get a 15% off code using my code HYPERJAF when you purchase the book. It's an ebook, so it's a PDF. But when you read this through Adobe Acrobat, you can just listen to Ale, the author of this book, actually like play the things that he is describing here, which makes it really, really easy to figure out what you want to do. So, hello, Leon. How are you? So let's see. Oh, wait, Andrew, you're saying that you're thinking that you could stream the funniest practice session ever. You picked up the oboe for the first time in 10 years. Do it. It will be very funny. Because I have to tell you guys, struggle content is the best content. People love watching you struggle. And if you are confident enough in yourself, in your own self-worth, to show yourself struggling, it is the best content because it tends to be very funny, as you were saying. So, Okay. Let's take a look at this. So, use my code, guys. Get this book and follow along. So today we're on percussive effects and articulation. Okay, let's see. So there are various ways to perform slaps on the flute. Yep. Basically the slap, often also called pizzicato. Oh, really? I guess, technically speaking, it is basically pizzicato on the flute. That is very true. Basically the slap is a very strong and dry tongue accent. Oh, these are tongue slaps, aren't these? I was thinking they were finger slaps. Okay. It is possible to perform slaps with more or less air notes. This can change the characteristic of the sound quite dramatically. Okay, so how to do these slaps. Start without the flute first. Place the tip of the tongue on the palate so that the tongue is slightly curved inwards. Oh, so like curved like this. Okay. And build up tension in the tongue and an airstream in pressure behind it. Okay. So if this is the roof of my mouth, I'm kind of like putting a lot of pressure right here with air coming behind it. Okay. And then release the tension by slapping the tongue down, pronouncing a very dry T. Interesting. I hope that's accurate. Okay, once you can create such a popping sound, take the flute and form the lips so as to point the airstream precisely inside the tube to increase the resonance. The mouth should be generally quite open to amplify this sound. Okay, sounds good. So let's hear Ale do it. Oh, sorry guys. I mean, I'm listening to it and it sounds great. It sounds really cool. But I can't stop it to make it play through my headphones. Okay, let's see if it'll play now. There we go. That is so cool. It really does sound like pizzicato. That is so cool. Okay, let's see if I can do it. I don't know if I can do it. Okay. But aggro. I would say it's a little behind. Like French tonguing is more between like the lips and between the teeth, but this is more like against the roof of the mouth. In order to do the full slap, I have to like like actually open my mouth too. It's so cool. Oh man. Okay. Let's try out his other one. So internal slap sounds is you can perform slap sounds also with a closed embouchure, covered lip plate. Oh, ooh, okay. So you cover the entire lip plate. The technique is the same, but the result sounds a major seventh lower. Same as for tongue rams, although internal slaps have no clearly distinguishable pitch. Okay. It really sounds like pizzicato. That is so cool. Man, I think I would have to practice this kind of. Like, that doesn't even sound like a flute anymore. That is so cool. What the heck? Okay. I don't even know how to make that sound. Like, okay, so you cover the lip plate. Do you guys have suggestions? Mine are too shallow. He has this kind of sound to it. Unless he means to do it. Oh wait, I don't think you cover the entire lip hole. I think it's the French tonguing, but super aggressive. I don't think that's quite it. I just tried what Leon said, but I don't think that's quite it. I think it's the... Oh, more brassy embouchure? Okay, this one I'm doing straight up like that. Okay, I'm trying what Jake is saying. Something like that. He does this like straight up like bass, string bass sound. Anyway, let's move on to the next one. All right, lip pizzicato. So what's this one? Often slap and lip pizzicato are mixed up. Oh, I wonder if maybe I'm mixing them up. But there is a distinction between the two techniques. Lip pizzicato is created by producing a very loud and voiceless pa. Oh, such percussive sounds as slap or pizzicato can be simulated using very sharp and short toneless articulation with various plosive consonants. Pa, ta, ka, dun, ba. Okay. Sometimes composers actually specify particular consonants to perform dry percussive sounds. If only a very strong staccato is required, sometimes the verbal indication, quasi-pitch, is specified in the score. Oh, interesting. Okay, so sometimes composers actually specify particular consonants. Yep. Okay. So slaps or lip pizzicato are generally notated using accented note head instead. Oh, that's interesting. Sometimes you might also find slaps notated using an X note head. I've seen that. The X note head. Oh, interesting. What else are we doing today? Okay, so we keep going. Tongue rams performed with closed embouchure and lips covering the lip plate completely. That's what I was doing. I was doing a tongue ram. I wasn't doing okay. Powerful airstream is then interrupted abruptly by the tongue closing the tone hole. This technique can be produced by in or exhaling. In all versions, however, the lip plate is completely covered by the lips. Yes, this one I've done. This one I'm familiar with. So I think I got confused with the other one. Okay. Tongue rams sound a major seventh lower than the notated pitch. It is possible to perform tongue rams only up to F2. Oh, wow. You can be that precise. My goodness, I am not that precise. Woo, this will take a lot of practice. The intonation is, however, not consistent throughout the available register. It is possible to correct the intonation by using special fingerings. What? Fingerings of tuned tongue rams. What? That is wild. That is absolutely wild. Okay, we got to go back to where we were before. So, okay, we're around here. So create a round hole with the lips, blow a consistent stream of air, put the tip of the tongue in front of the lip hole, like that. The tongue will be sucked into the hole by the airstream and seal the lip hole. Practicing the precision of the movement and balance between the airstream and active force of the tongue, the more precise the gesture of the tongue, the less air is needed. So you're doing it more with your tongue than your air then. So now try with the instrument. Cover the entire lip plate with the lips. Turn the head joint so that the airstream is pointing straight into the tone hole. Blow inside the instrument as if you would warm it up. It is important that the tone hole is completely sealed by the tongue. Insert the tip of the tongue onto the tone hole. The airstream will suck the tongue, creating the typical popping sound. Oh, that's how you get the popping sound. So for tongue rams, a triangular note head is often used. Oh, this is I've never actually seen this one before. Tongue rams can be performed both in and exhaling. Up to the performer to specify how to play them. In some works, S. Scarino specifies very precisely the in or exhaling using a separate line above the main staff. Wow. Oh, that's so interesting. I think does he have an example? He does. That straight up sounds like a bass, like a string bass. puff. I don't get the full like vibration. Combo of key flap notes with the tongue thing. Okay. I don't think I can do this one, guys. Oh my gosh. Wait, I did one tiny one there. Did you guys hear that? Like it had a little bit of a vibration to it. I think that's the most I can do. Okay. We got to whip through the next little bit. Articulation. Let's see. So composers often demand very precise articulations. Yep. Start to sound completely without any articulation or with a very loud or violent tongue attack. Yep. Okay. Yeah, so you can actually see them writing in how hard you're supposed to go. Okay, so key clicks here. This is the last thing we're going to do today. So key clicks are percussive effects obtained by hitting the keys. This one I'm familiar with. Amplifying the resonance of the air inside the tube. Third and fourth finger of the left hand and second, third, fourth finger on the right hand usually produce the loudest key clicks. It is also, I think those are the ones that have open holes on them too, if you have an open hole flute. So let's see. It's also possible to create key clicks by pressing multiple keys at the same time. So increase the resonance and intonation. Try keeping an open mouth while performing key clicks. It will make them sound louder and also more in tune. Oh, interesting. You can notice a drastic change in pitch when performing key clicks with an open or closed mouth. Keep tension in the fingers so to give a very precise hit and further increase the resonance. Okay. Key clicks are usually notated with an X note head. Yep. Yep. With the fingering above it. Yep. Mm-hmm. Oh, very cool. There are basically two distinct approaches to the notation of key clicks. Tonal result is notated and the keys to be hit are specified with a fingering indication. On the notes, only the notes are notated. It's up to the performer to choose the best fingerings to produce them. Yeah. Yeah. You can that's very true. That's very true. Key clicks can be performed with closed embouchure as well. In this case they sound similar to tongue ramps at major seventh lower. Okay. In this case, usually an indication about the embouchure position is enough. Okay. All right. All right. Let's hear him do a bit of it and I'll try a little bit and then we'll be done. Yeah, this is slightly higher in pitch. It still sounds like actual pizzicato. Dude, he's so good at it. Instrument. It's like a cross between a string instrument and a percussion instrument. Okay. he gets that resonance. So open mouth when performing key clicks. Pop your fingers. Yeah. It sounds like when you do this. What is it? It sounds like that. I think he mentions keys to be hit are specified with it. Okay, so if we were to try this. That's nowhere even close. My God. Okay. I've done key clicks with air and without air. I wonder if this is just straight up with no air. So have my airstream going without trying to make sound. We might need to put that to rest for now. Wow. I feel like I don't know anything, guys. That is so cool. Okay, I think. Wow. Like I've never done key clicks and this type of stuff like so precisely. Like these are like precise pitches you're getting. That is amazing. Yo, I wish I had more time. And in fact, we've already gone over time again. But wow. Okay. We will. Oh, sorry guys. I hit the wrong one. There we go. We'll head back here to regroup before we do a little bit of Karg-Elert memorization. Oh, you made a suggestion to remove Sylvia. Maybe. Okay. Let me see here. So Leon is saying it sounds almost exactly like what you get when you just blow into a bass clarinet and play with the fingerings without any pressure on the reed, just air passing through. I wonder if that's what I need to do. But my God, I think I would actually need to have a lesson with Ale to like more clearly explain to me. And Leon is also suggesting a small gap between the teeth with the lips pursed a bit. Tongue passes between the teeth to act as a cork when it touches the lips. Yeah, because then it'll pop, right? Isn't that wild? That's absolutely wild. Also, welcome, Noel. And Jake. So Jake was suggesting maybe try without the breath following the tongue slap. More of a closed mouth sound. But completely covering the hole in the head joint. I'm curious. I think I need to straight up have a lesson. That's what I think. I need a lesson on how to do that. My gosh. Or hook up a leaf blower to have the constant air pressure. I mean, maybe that's it. Welcome back, Michael. Okay, wonderful. So, let's see. Shall we review our Karg-Elert? Yes? So, in yesterday's solo practice, I was able to do it really fast. I was really surprised. It's like suddenly my fingers just absolutely knew what I was supposed to do, and I was able to do it really fast. So, by the way, I've probably like slobbered this like crazy. So, I'm actually swabbing this out before we begin. But yeah, so I was able to do it nice and fast. So we're going to review what the first two sections that we've memorized, and then we will do another whatchamacallit, analysis of the next bit. I need to actually put exclamation mark swab as a command. Let me do it right now. I don't have that in here, do I? No, here. There. So, swab. We'll do. There, try it. So you just tried it, Leon, with your hand closed, like when you yawn. You mean on the flute? Oh, I wonder if my mouth is not big enough. Okay. Let's stand up and get this going. I don't have my slippers on, so we're going to have to stop this like right now. Okay, that looks good. So, I think I'll first do a warm up like this. And then we'll take it from there. So, hopefully, I have better tone today than I did yesterday. pretty good today. Okay. You guys. So I have these platform slippers, which make me quite a bit taller. So I don't have those on today, so I can't let my camera go too high, or else I'm gonna look like this the entire stream. Okay, so. Okay, I'll have the music up for you guys so that you guys will know that I am actually playing it correctly. Okay, and we will go here. Okay, oh, there we go. All right, so here we go. Melanie, welcome back, welcome back. How are you? Okay. Is it crazy busy at Walmart? Hey, you know what? I'm not mad at what I just did. Yesterday on my own, I could go through it all without any stuttering or mistakes, but this is kind of what happens when you play for other people. So like, when y'all play for your teachers and you're like, I swear I could do this perfectly on my own, this is normal. This is completely normal. What if you can get everything like perfect in 3 tries on your own, it means that when you play in front of other people, you're probably still not going to get everything note perfect. If you want to get something note perfect in front of other people, you have to know it to such a point that you could do it in your sleep. You know, and I can confidently tell you guys, I cannot do this in my sleep right now. I still have to kind of like think about it a little bit. So if ever I'm going to perform it in front of you guys completely note perfect, I know that I have to memorize it to such a point that I could just do this in my sleep. So I can currently do it in the shower, but it's not, you know what I mean? Like I can think of what I'm doing in the shower. Oh, Melanie, thank you for becoming a member. I do appreciate it. Thank you. So I was thinking about what I could do for my level 1 members. You know, like currently you guys can use like my little emotes and stuff in the chat. So that's really fun. Also, you guys can gift each other memberships too. You guys can do that as well, but you do have to you have to enable membership gifts in order to receive them. But that's a thing on YouTube now. You can gift memberships. So you have to go to the join button, and then you can, you go to like the 3 dots, I think up in the corner, in the little like dialogue box that shows up, and you can gift memberships if you want to. So I just found out about that. Hey Einstein, how are you? Welcome, welcome. You had a dream I was playing for your wedding. Oh, that's lovely. What was I playing? Okay, let's keep going, guys. I want to do this one more time before we analyze the next bit. So let's do this. Oh, maybe I should actually do it on the Nuvo flute in the shower. I probably can. So in order to get it note perfect, when you can't do it in your sleep yet, your brain has to be focused the entire time. You have to every time you get to a certain goal post, like a mental goal post in the thing that you're memorizing, you have to like forget about it and think about the next thing coming up. You cannot ever look back at what you're doing. So I was concentrating, like I would guesstimate, if I feel like I'm concentrating at about 100% when I'm practicing on my own, this felt like 150%. Like that's the amount of concentration and focus you need when you're playing it in front of other people. So yeah, I was playing the E-Bear Concerto with you. Oh, that's fantastic. Oh, you guys. Okay, so we will now, I guess, first off, let's swab the instrument. And then we are going to do the same thing as before, figure out what the heck is happening in terms of like chords or pedal tones, or like where the melody is going, if you can call it a melody. I think you can call it a melody. I'm actually starting to play it in such a manner that where it actually sounds like a melody to me now. So anyway, let me get a sip of my maple ginger tea. No sugar or anything in there. So, you know, that way I don't deteriorate my flute. Yes, for those of you who don't know why I'm not on my normal flute, my current flute is in the shop, is in literally at the flute center right now getting a COA. So, okay, let's see what's happening here. We have what seems to me to be the same thing as up here. So this is a D sharp minor 7 chord going down. So let's put that in for now, and then we might change things around as we see fit. All right. So this is a D sharp minor 7 right around here. And then let's see. And then what is this? D, C, the A, C, D sharp, F sharp. This is a chromatic bit right here for sure. So let's mark that first. What should we mark it with? in purple, I guess. Flute spa time. You guys. Okay. I get so distracted by you guys in the chat. You guys are so funny. Okay, so this is chromatic. Let me write that in here. So this is chromatic. We'll make this a bit smaller. Okay, so that's chromatic. But what the heck is going on here? Like, I guess you can call it, no. Okay, what I can see, oh, it's a diminished seventh. It's a diminished seventh. Okay, it's an A diminished seventh. So it's A diminished seventh. I think I just put like a, yeah. Okay, so it overlaps with the chromatic bit there. So it is, so it overlaps with this F sharp. And then we go to, this is B, D, F sharp, A. So this is B minor 7. Yep, so this is B minor 7, starting from here. And then we have E sharp, G sharp, B, D. So this is technically E sharp diminished 7, because G sharp to B is a minor. Yeah. So it's but I think in my head I'm gonna think of it as F diminished 7. So this is E diminished 7, E sharp diminished 7th, which I'm just gonna think of as F diminished 7. Yeah, because actually, guys, here and this E sharp minor thing, I'm actually thinking of it as F minor. It's easier in my head to think of it that way. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So we have that. Oh, it does the same thing. It does the same thing as 2 bars before it. So, let's mark the chromatic bit first. So this bit is chromatic. And then we have this overlapping here. And this bit is chromatic. I'll make that smaller. Okay, so that's chromatic. And then what's going on here? These are suggesting chords here. So this is like some sort of F and then some sort of F sharp. So F sharp. It just doesn't have the third. So there's no third in there. And so the first one starts with the tonic, then the second one starts with the dominant, with that little like chromatic bit. Like it uses the chromatic bit to change into F sharp. Okay. And then another chromatic bit in here. Oh, I see it. I see it. Do you guys see a general chromatic bit going on. So this is like an open G chord, no third. And then this one is G sharp. So it follows the same pattern as the previous bar. And then what is happening here? They are perfect fits. Perfect fits. E, D sharp. And then these are perfect fourths going up. Okay. So we need to know that this is an E. And then, so let me write this in. So these are perfect fits with, and then this is perfect fourths. F sharp to B, B to E. Yep. And then D sharp. Oh, perfect fourths. Wait, no. We move this here because D sharp to A sharp is a fourth. A sharp to F, E sharp is a perfect fourth. F sharp to B is a perfect fourth. B to E is a perfect fourth. D sharp to A sharp, right? It's a D sharp. So these are perfect fourths with, so there are little chromatic bits connecting each group. This one is let's see. Let's see. So here, that's a perfect fourth. Perfect fourth. D sharp to A sharp is a perfect fifth. A sharp to, okay, so these are perfect fits. Okay. So these ones are perfect fits. And then again, we have a little, this thing is like, they're like little chromatic connectors, I guess you can call them. So we need to remember that the note that this goes to is an E. That's like a big goalpost that we need to know. So we'll just put that in a different color just so that we know that that's more of a goalpost note. That's an E. Okay. In which case, let's do that. Match the color. So this is an E. So we need to know that the perfect fits start on an E. So two perfect fits, chromatic perfect fourths going down, chromatic perfect fourths coming up, and then perfect fits. Okay. And then, do we do more? I guess this should be fairly easy. These are descending. Yeah, so these are descending perfect fits. Chromatic, it's a chromatic scale in inverted perfect fits. Okay, so we'll write that in the same thing that we did a couple lines above. So this one is, oh, let's make this green so it matches. So this is chromatic scale in inverted fits. Okay. Oh, well, I want this one. Move it here. So that's chromatic scale in inverted fifths. Starting, yeah, because we'll know exactly what note it'll go to because it follows the same like chromatic movement. So E sharp to F sharp. So actually, if anything, it's interesting because the chromatic bit starts out as little connectors and then they take over as the main melody. That's really interesting. Okay. Okay, we'll stop there. And we will give this a whirl. So this is essentially my framework of like how to keep track of what I'm doing. And then over the next week, I will be drilling this until I see you guys next week. Okay. Yeah. I know that A to E sharp is augmented fifth, but this is actually an A sharp. So A sharp to E sharp is a perfect fifth. Hi, Chris. There you go. I'm sorry that's late. Let me see. What are you guys saying here? It's a pre-heart attack analyzing this piece. Let's see. Been a long day. Yeah. You just saw the key signature, right? Yeah. The key signature is very unforgiving as well. So it is really hard to figure out what the heck is happening. I feel you. I know. Okay. All right. So I now am going to like read through it and see what happens. If you guys can hear a low hum in the background, that's just my heater going right now. So, okay. Let's give this a go. So. Right, because it should have that minor 7 sound. Yeah. Okay, I'll resolve it onto the E. And we haven't done that part yet. Okay. It sounds like a hodgepodge of notes to me right now, but I trust, because in the last couple of weeks, every time I played it like for the first time for you guys, it always sounds like a hodgepodge of notes to me. But like drilling through the first 2 sections, it actually sounds like a melody to me now. So I trust. It will sound like a melody to me by this time next week. So, okay. Oh, okay. I see. Okay. So one more thing to keep in mind. just to help me memorize this, is that, so I need to know, so I start by resolving the E going to the F. So I know that I'm starting with some sort of F chord. Gonna jump up, and I know I'm only playing the tonic and the dominant of each chord. So since I'm already on the tonic, I'm gonna play the dominant going up. So it always goes up first, and then down 1 octave, chromatic upwards, and then I'm into the next open chord. So I'm on a C sharp, and I know that the next open chord has to be an F sharp, because we know we're going F, F sharp, G, G sharp. Okay. So I know I'm already on F sharp, the chord, but I'm on C sharp, which means I need to go up to the next note, which has to be an F sharp, down an octave. It's always up to the next note, down 1 octave, chromatic up. It's always like that. But we're just kind of, you know, taking turns starting on the tonic or the dominant of that chord. Okay. I don't know if that made any sense to you guys, but it makes sense to me. And that is how I'm going to remember what note I'm supposed to go on, or go to, that is. Okay. So that's the one I have to remember, is that when I reach the G sharp, I have to go up to an E. So I need to get a better feel of this little section right here. All right, so. Okay, cool. Right, chromatic into, okay. But why? Okay. Let's see. Okay. This is doable. So, I think what I want to do now is, so I need to remember, we're going from D sharp minor 7 to A diminished 7. So I can remember that as we're going from root D sharp to A, which is that is a diminished 5th. Then we resolve the A to B, and then a diminished 5th above B is F. Okay, we'll remember it that way. So let's see if I can like piece it together without looking at it. So. Okay. All right. So it goes up to the next one and then down an octave, but then on the way up, it goes up an octave. Okay. So. Yeah. And then I forget. This is the part where it goes into perfect fifths. Okay. All right. Okay. We'll review what we just did up until that point. So. I'm like piecing it together in my head. So, okay, I think I know enough of what's happening in the first bit that I just memorized, and now I need to memorize these next two bars. So it's perfect fifths for one beat, perfect fourths, down another beat, and then up another beat, and then perfect fifths up the last beat. Okay, let's see if I can piece this together. Okay. I think I did it. Okay. Okay. Hi, Nino. Yeah, I guess, well, welcome to Atonal Music Theory. I'm analyzing it so I have something to memorize, because I cannot memorize just low notes together. Like, it just does not make sense to my brain at all. So what we're doing here is like creating something for me to memorize, basically. But yeah. Okay, I need to go through these 4 bars again, starting from that high E marked in blue. Okay. No, there's no slur there. Okay. All right. Oh my goodness, thank you, Majimon Kichi, for gifting a membership. Thank you. And whoever got it, let us know. Benjamin! Congratulations! I believe it's random. YouTube does it randomly. But Benjamin, thank you so much for being here. Because if you're not here, then Majimon Kichi could not have gifted you a membership. So thank you, Majimon Kichi. Like, seriously, thank you so much for gifting a membership. I believe, let's see, does it tell me what level? I think it's the first level. If you want, if you guys want to watch me practice solo, it's the second level. So second level membership. I'm thinking about more perks to give to the lower memberships too, but we'll see. Anyway, yay! Okay, here we go. We'll practice some more. Goodness. So D, da, D, da. Okay. I need to go slower. Okay. Now we will try doing all of what we just memorized together. Oh, right. Matchabone Kichi, I think you're right. I don't recall having to swab so much on Rose. Or, I don't know, maybe the humidity levels have changed right now, but holy cow. Or maybe I'm breathing more, differently now? I don't know. Oh, enjoy studio. Nicholas, your studio must be so, relaxed and fun. I'm low-key a little jealous. So have a lot of fun, okay? Right? Is it the silver? I think it is the silver. Okay. Here we go, guys. So. I did it. Accents all in the wrong place, but we did it. I'm kind of trying to because I've reverse engineered it basically, right? So I'm kind of trying to put I have all the pieces, but I'm trying to put them together, and then now I have to make my fingers used to that finger sequencing. Goodness. Okay. You're gonna try and share some clips from studio sometime? Hey! Y'all have a social media coordinator for your studio? How times have changed. Yo, I would have loved to be the social media coordinator of my studio. Yo, times have changed. Times have changed. That was not a thing when I was in university. That was not a thing. And I so wish it was. Do you know how many people looked at me like I was crazy for doing what I do? That is insane. What the heck? Yes, build it up. Make it a thing. That is so insanely cute. Oh my gosh. I love it. Oh, yes. Nino, you do know that this is the Dijao with a great story behind it. Dijao himself gifted this to me after I made my very first Flute Center review, which I still have no idea what I was saying in it. But he loved the review enough that he gifted me a Dijao 200. And it is good. You guys hear this? It's good. It's actually like a student model, but it plays really well. Yes, please share it over the Discord. Yes, yes. Magic Okichi, you remember the ICQ days? Oh my gosh. Social media coordinator for your studio. Oh, that is awesome. That is so awesome. Oh my gosh, I cannot get over that. Anyway, we need to do a little bit of reviewing this. Okay, here we go. Just memorize that. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. Okay, we do it again, nice and slow. In there too, just so I would get used to that. See you, Leon. Thank you so much for joining. Everything you say always gives me a great laugh. All right, laters, Nicholas. Oh, okay. I'll play like this, and that'll change up the visual, right? Okay. Until I started doubting myself. So I think what we'll do now is link it with the previous section that we memorized. So we did from the C#7. So if you guys are following along with my cursor here, right here. So we'll start there. Okay, that's not bad. I need to practice my fingerings for that chromatic scale and inverted fifths. That one is the one I need to memorize. I need to like feel out what my fingers are doing now. So. Okay, I keep wanting to skip ones, so. Okay. I think it's when I do the C sharp. So I need to go to the A natural, not to the A sharp. So. Okay, still some finger squirreliness. That part is good. I need it now. So, and then I have to everything down for the D sharp and B. I wonder if I go fast enough, if I can just overblow a G sharp. But we'll worry about that later. So. Okay, that was a lot smoother. So. Okay, much smoother. What do you guys think? Sylvia is okay. So I think I'll dig into the low support a little bit more. Thank you for the reminder. You feel like taking this piece page by page and turning it into the Poppins letter? Asa, hello. How are you doing? Asa, are you Rogue? You're Rogue, right? Hi, Rogue. Oh, you can type exclamation mark in one word, T everyone. And then that'll make tea for everyone. Yeah, I made a special command just for that, just for YouTube. Yeah. All right, I'll dig more into the low support. Oh, actually, we're not quite done yet. We need to try doing from the top to where we just ended. Okay. Okay, you're not doing too bad. You are Rogue. Okay, I remembered. Are you proud? Okay. We're swabbing. you go. You want to learn how to play the chicken dance on the flute? I think that'd be pretty easy. What do you think? You can also make coffee for everyone. So if you do exclamation mark coffee everyone, you can also throw jello at everyone. Exclamation mark jello everyone. We'll throw jello at everyone. I believe snowball everyone is also another thing, especially because we're coming up to the winter months now. Yes, yes. Oh, you can't interact with chat on it? Or are you not subscribed with Rogue System? Because you might have to be, I limited this to subscribers only. Just so we could not deal with randos. You know. There you go. Yeah, excellent. Yeah, the coffee everyone has 3 E's in a row, so you just have to be very careful. There you go. Have fun. Okay, so if we start from the beginning, nice low support. By the end, but we did it without looking. I think I need to practice a bit more of going between, like, straight from the second section into this third section. So let's do that again. I need to work on that low support while I'm still remembering what to play. Is this guy still alive? Hello, David. How are you? Yeah, it is total madness. Oh, by the way, I'm doing that thing again, so I need to swap. It is madness to visualize it. Holy cow. Okay, let's see if I put in like 150% focus, see if I can get it. We'll start from the top. Okay. Oh God. Okay, I still need to do the last bit slow. I think it's going too fast for me to visualize it properly. So let's see, if we go from, let's see. Okay, so that's where I need to visualize it properly. D, up, 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 up. Okay. Okay, so to visualize going up to the C, and then I need to visualize the D to the D sharp. I think that's what I really need. So going back. Okay, I think I'm catching where I need to remember it. It's somewhere in here. Okay, again. Okay, better. Again. Okay, so I have to think E sharp, G sharp, E, and then fifth down to an A. If I nail the A, I think I'll be good. Okay, better. Okay. This chart is going in the wash. 9,001% focus. Over 9,000. Connect the D sharp to D sharp to. Okay. All right. Cool. little bit more. There it is. Okay. All right. I feel like, and I can feel it, I feel like that is a good place to stop for today. Good place to stop. Oh, so, I did it. I memorized part 3. Ooh, boy. Let's sit back down. So this is what I'm gonna need to drill for the next week. So now I'm gonna drill most of this etude actually. So that's gonna be fun. Let's go back to this screen. Why don't I clean up while we round out today's stream? Condensations. It's not spit. I like that you snuck in a little exclamation mark spit, and then my bot was like, it's not spit. Oh, you guys are the best. Okay, so there's not going to be a solo practice stream today just because there was a lot of playing today. So, you know, I'm giving myself a bit of a break. So no solo practicing today. We'll see how many solo practice sessions I will do this week. Not sure how much time I have, but definitely over the weekends. Weekends are when my solo practice sessions are probably going to be the most, like that's where I'll do most of my solo practice sessions. Nah, it's spit. I mean, I also guess it's about 15% spit too, at least, you know, like you are spitting into the flute whenever you're like, because whenever you blow on anything or even straight up if you're talking over something, your spit is actually coming out. I mean, that we learned that from COVID, right? Will I be doing another flute review? We haven't planned it yet. But we have some things in mind, but we just haven't planned the actual live stream yet. So don't know what. Ooh, I know it's really, really quite something when the piece of tape gets lodged in here because it's just completely, yeah, it is moist in here. Woo. I need to throw that away. So I have 2 of these. I have so many cleaning cloths in here because I always find that once I use one to clean the flute, it's so damp that I need to use a fresh cleaning cloth to get the last remaining bits of moisture out of the flute. Do you guys do that too? My God. I wonder if it's partially because, like, maybe I'm just noticing this more because I am just playing and practicing a lot more these days, whereas I didn't used to because I had practice anxiety. But now I don't. By the way, I'm starting a new thing. This is mostly for myself, but I decided I might as well just let you guys know that I'm doing it. So I realized that with most of the things that I'm doing right now online, it's really like self-therapy, I guess. So the first thing was figuring out my practice anxiety and getting over it and getting to the point where I want to practice. And I am at that point now. Like I can regularly practice while feeling really good about it and having a great time. And so there I was thinking of the next thing I wanted to do, which is it's also kind of part of my, I guess, my like music PTSD. The other thing that I had a little bit of like kind of, I guess you could say like anxiety paralysis over was listening to the classical greats, you know, especially like the symphonic greats. Part of it was like, now that I think of it, it's because for a while I thought that I had to become an orchestral flutist to become successful. And so listening to symphonic pieces, actually like the big classical greats, would actually give me a ton of anxiety, because I just would listen to it and be like, I can't do it. Like, how am I going to make a career out of this? Like, I can't do it. That sounds too hard, or that sounds whatever. Like, you know, like it would just make me so like worried about my career and my future that I would just kind of like, I just could not listen to classical pieces because it would give me anxiety. So that's the next thing I kind of want to break through. And weirdly enough, Majimon Kichi, I think you don't even know that you were helping me with this, but Majimon Kichi has been giving us little vocal excerpts, but we call them vocal offerings of the day, on my Twitch streams. And we've been listening to little excerpts of, you know, classical vocal opera. And that has actually really helped me in little bits, kind of like truly appreciate the beauty of classical repertoire without feeling like I had to match up to it or be better than it in order to be successful. Like, we just listen to these excerpts to learn stuff and be a nerd and enjoy the music and just love it. And so I was inspired by the latest behind the scenes video for Genshin Impact's music department. They did mention, the composer mentioned that he took a lot of inspiration from Rimsky-Korsakov's. It is Rimsky-Korsakov, right? Who did Scheherazade? Right? Yeah. So he actually like took a lot of inspiration from Scheherazade to write a lot of the music in the new region in Genshin Impact called Sumeru. And I thought that was so amazing because he's totally right. But the thing was, I realized that I could not hum any part of Scheherazade at will. I would love to be able to, but I can't, because I've always been so, like, it just gave me so much anxiety to listen to classical repertoire. But like the feel of it, like I understand the general feel of Scheherazade, but I wouldn't be able to like sing a tune from it or anything. But I would love to be able to do that. So I was thinking that every week I would listen to one big classical great on repeat. And this week's is Scheherazade. I have not started it yet because I've been very busy today, but I intend on doing that right after this stream. I'm going to be putting on Scheherazade while I, work on some stuff. And I'm just going to listen to it. I'm just going to enjoy it. I'm not going to like listen too hard or anything, because as I have discovered from listening to video game music, or like fully orchestrated video game music is usually my jam. You don't actually have to listen very hard to music for it to get stuck in your head if you listen to it on repeat. If you listen to it on repeat, it's going to get stuck in your head. You're going to know it. So I'm just going to do that. I'm just going to put Scheherazade on repeat for this whole week. and I was thinking every week, every Monday, I'll switch to a different classical great to listen to that, like, I kind of know it, but like I realize that I just haven't really truly listened to it because of my previous anxiety. Yeah, just as background noise. Exactly. Yeah. Mhm. So, I wonder what you guys think of that, because I think what I can do is maybe put some cute little social media post up of like, here's my listen on repeat piece repertoire of the week, and then you guys can listen on repeat with me that week. I feel like that'd be fun. What do you guys think? I think, right? But yeah, I'm just kind of picking at little parts of my life that I know I've been avoiding due to unchecked anxiety. And listening to classical pieces was definitely one of them. It is actually the reason why I did not do very well in music history exams, because music history exams is basically name that tune, right? And so I didn't do very well because anytime I tried to study, I tried to listen to the excerpts, I would just get such paralyzing anxiety that, one, I couldn't even concentrate on what I was listening to, and two, I would just shut it off because it was just so, like, it made me feel so bad that I was just like, I can't do this. So I don't know. I've never really heard of anyone else talking about this, the fact that you can get paralyzing anxiety just from listening to classical repertoire. But I'm just being real with you guys. That happened to me. And it's taken me a long time to get to where I am, where I want to practice now. So I am practicing regularly now. Also, technically off stream. But yeah, I feel like the next thing that I want to conquer is this kind of like paralyzing anxiety. And like, weirdly, I think John doesn't even know it. John, my husband, he doesn't even know that he's actually helped me a lot with this, because he just constantly will put on like these beautiful, fully orchestrated video game soundtracks. And all of them are like, you can tell the composers have done their research and they're basing it on a lot of it is actually like in the style of a lot of classical repertoire. And it's just so beautifully done. And so John has been just playing that a whole bunch of like full orchestrations pretty much since we met, which was like 9 years ago, something like that. So this is a long time coming. Like, I could see John enjoying the music so much, so I would enjoy it with him, even though I would have a bit of anxiety listening to it because it was like a full symphony. And but I've gotten to the point now where I want to listen to that stuff myself. So I already noticed an improvement in that area, that my brain has started to link listening to full orchestras and symphonies. It started, like, my brain has started to link that with like, this is comforting, this is fun, this is like, I can be nerdy and it's okay, and I don't have to know everything, and I can just learn something from what I'm hearing, and that's fun. That process is fun. So that's been a long time coming. And then Majimon Kichi has been giving us little vocal excerpts, at the beginning of every single one of my streams, or almost every single one of them. And that has really helped me learn how to be a wholesome nerd about about listening to classical stuff. So, yeah. It's real, right? Yeah. You concur on music history, Hans? You feel me? Like, I love classical repertoire, and yet, like, in the past at least, it has given me insane anxiety when listening to it, because I think it was like there was just this, like, I felt like there was this expectation that I had to have it memorized and that I had to know everything about it. And I had to be able to play like that, and I would have to play like that, and audition, and, like, in order to be successful. And, like, actually no one ever really, like, overtly said any of those things to me, but it just kind of, like, became something that I kept saying to myself, and it just went so unchecked, and no one knew that I was talking to myself like that. So I just kind of silently did not listen to classical repertoire because it gave me insane anxiety. But now we don't have it. So, yeah. It's the I think that's a typo. Is that right? Is it the learning between me and the dancing monkey? Yeah. Like, there's this like, I've personally felt that there was, like, this, like, insane expectation of, like, this kind of dance monkey dance expectation of, like, someone should be able to poke me like a jukebox and I have to be able to spout it, but, like, I realized that, one, everyone is too concerned about themselves to really care about you. So it's great. No one cares about you, right? So, like, there's that part where I'm like, oh, I realize actually no one really cares. And two, like, I realized that this part of my anxiety is something that I've never shared with anyone. I've never told anyone before. Well, okay, I just told John. He knows about this already. But, like, you guys are, like, the second group of people to know about it. But, like, I've never said this out loud. I always felt like it was something that I was very ashamed of. I was very ashamed of not wanting to listen to classical music. But the weird thing was that I loved classical music. Like, I both loved it and I didn't want to listen to it. And that combination really messed with my head. And it took me a long time to even realize that the reason why I didn't want to listen to classical music, I used to keep saying that it just reminded me of work. I think what I really meant was that it gave me anxiety. And so now I am working to conquer that anxiety by, one, doing some essentially, like, I guess you could call it, therapy on myself, like exposure therapy, by just listening to it, like, in the background, and kind of rewiring my brain to be like, this is, there's no expectation here. You're just enjoying it. It's fun, and, no one is holding you to be able to, like, memorize this, Oh, wow, Jody. So during the COVID shutdown, that's all you did was listen to classical music. It's the only thing that kept you sane when everything was out of control and insane. Yeah. Yeah. Hi, Finny. How are you? You're using the Burkholder's History of Western Music 10th edition? Well, let's see what's down here. I have, let's see which edition this is. This is the Burkholder. This is the 7th edition. That's how old I am. This is the 7th edition. Yeah. I completely feel you. Like, but I will say that I wish that somehow I had picked up earlier that what was happening to me was anxiety. I wish that. I really, really wish that. I wish that somehow maybe someone could have pointed out to me that what I was feeling was actually anxiety. Because what you can do is, like, once you know that it's anxiety, it's actually, at least I feel, it's a lot easier to deal with it and to confront it. And like, that's what I was doing over the last 3 years over on Twitch, was trying to identify where my practice anxiety was coming from. Why was it there? And it took me a long time to, one, come to terms with how I speak to myself, and then two, how to change how I speak to myself. So a very similar thing needs to happen for listening to classical music. That's what I realize now. So I thought I'd share that with you guys, because I don't want to hide, and I don't want to pretend that I'm more than what I really am. What I really am is a musician with a heck of a lot of unchecked anxiety, and I am going down my list of classical music anxieties, and I am conquering them one by one. So I have conquered quite a number of them over on Twitch now. I've conquered practice anxiety. I've conquered memorization anxiety. I have conquered, what else have I done? Like the technical stuff, breathing, posture, playing fast. Playing fast was a huge anxiety of mine too. It was absolutely crazy anxiety. Like, but the thing is that in order to play super fast, you have to be very relaxed, and you can't be really relaxed if you're full of anxiety. So I have conquered a lot of those things, but going down my list of things that I'm anxious about, I'm like, okay, listening to classical music is one that I know that I'm very ashamed of. It makes me really embarrassed to even say it out loud. But honestly, I'm like, you know what? I'll bet someone out there is feeling the same thing and is also feeling the same kind of shame. And like, how can you call yourself a musician and not want to listen to the music that you play, And my answer is anxiety. That's what it is. We all got anxiety. Yeah. So, yeah. It's where did I get the book? Yeah. The Burkholder book might be my footstool. Yeah. So I've held on to this shame for a long time. This is the first time I'm even telling you guys that that's what it really is. I have been asked before, like, what do you listen to on your off time? And I always say, I don't listen to classical repertoire because it reminds me of work. And I make up this stupid excuse of like, oh, I'm like, trying to separate work from the rest of my life, have to have that work-life balance. Like, nah, Joe, that's just complete BS, okay? The real answer is that listening to classical repertoire gave me a ton of anxiety, like paralyzing anxiety. So we're conquering that now. Starting this week, we will be listening to Scheherazade on repeat for a whole week. And then next week, we'll pick something else to listen to. So if you guys want to listen along with me, I'm just going to like look up on Spotify some recordings of Scheherazade. I was thinking that, I'll probably, once I listen to one symphonies, I will, maybe search for another symphony to listen on repeat for another day or something like that, listen to a few variations. So maybe you guys can do that with me if you want to. Yeah. Oh, Vitor, that's really interesting. Hey, Carlos, you have that feeling too? Okay, so maybe there's a lot more of us that feels this way than I realized, because one, I've never actually seen anyone else talk about this, and two, I've never talked about it myself, so I haven't really had a chance to talk to you guys about this. But Vitor, that's really interesting. You're saying in some way all musicians or highly intellectual professions, everyone has a type of pathological anxiety, including yourself, but a little more because you have panic. Do you get panic attacks? Because I have gotten panic attacks before. The time that I got two full-blown panic attacks. Both of them was regarding, this sounds really ironic, okay? But I was selling flutes as a customer representative. And it was bad. It was really bad. I cannot actually sell a flute to save my life. I cannot push a sale. I know that sounds really ironic because I get commissions through the Flute Center right now, but the reason why it works between me and the Flute Center is because they give me creative control, and they actually make it so that I don't need to push a sale. It's just me reviewing flutes for the sake of being a nerd. And then if someone wants to buy flutes with my code, you can. But I'm not actually selling the flute. I'm reviewing it. I'm saying like, this flute is good for these types of people. This flute is good for that type of person. But like, I cannot push a sale to save my life. And while I was training to sell a flute, I had 2 full-blown panic attacks. And after the second one, I knew it was over. I knew that I could not do it. Yeah. A lot more than when you first discovered you. So since you've been diagnosed, it's a lot more. Oh, man, my heart goes out to you, man. It's yeah, I think it's a very intense case of the more you know, the more you don't know, Like, the more you know about your profession, the more you realize that there's a lot more you don't know. And that can give you a lot of anxiety, especially if you put your self-worth in your profession. So I think I've described this over on Twitch before, but I'll describe it to you guys. This is the conclusion that I came to after a long time over on Twitch working on myself. So I realized that for a long time, I put my self-worth in the flute. So in how well I play the flute, or how much I know about the flute, or how much success I have with the flute. And I realized that that gives me a ton of anxiety, because if ever I learn something that I didn't previously know about, that becomes a personal attack to my self-worth, because why didn't I know it? How can I call myself a professional flutist if I didn't know that thing, right? This thing is missing from my brain, right? But so I realized after a while that was like a really, really unhealthy way of looking at it. So I worked on myself to change it into, sure, I am a professional flutist, but if I see something that I don't know about, I'm going to make a choice to be excited about it, so that places my self-worth in just me, and I am already cool. I'm already awesome. So if I learn anything extra that can help me ascend, if that makes sense. Like I become better, and that's a good thing, right? So I had to like very consciously make that choice of anytime someone in the chat mentions something I don't know about, that I'm like, okay, I'm going to make the choice to be excited to learn about what they're telling me, you know? And then like we look it up together and we have a grand time, and it's really fun and wholesomely nerdy, you know? And after training myself to do that enough, I started to do it naturally. So if like, kind of like today, reading through the Hyperflute stuff, there's a lot of stuff in there that I don't know. And I just straight up told you guys, there's stuff in there that I really feel like Ale has to just straight up give me a lesson for me to understand. And that's okay. And that's cool, you know? So, you know, you know, like I feel like now that I have placed my self-worth in just me and not the flute, even though I do this as a profession, that has been the key to conquering my anxiety. Is like, I know that if I hear something that I don't know, or I hear a technique that I don't know how to do, I'm now excited to try it and to learn it and to spend time learning it, rather than feeling like, oh no, I don't know how to do that, I'm not a good flutist, you know? Yeah. Yeah, definitely a validating strategy. Yeah. The confronting the face to face. Yeah. Exactly. I definitely like I definitely think of my classical music anxiety. I think that's actually more the big overreaching thing, is that I do have a lot of anxiety surrounding classical music, only because it went so unchecked for so long. I feel like if someone had checked on me, if someone knew to check on me, the thing is, I don't think anyone knew to check on me. If someone knew to check on me and ask me these types of questions of like, you know, like, how do you feel when you listen to classical music? What are you thinking of? You know, are you okay? I had one person ask me a question when I was 16. It was a Catholic nun. And I kept talking about the flute. And then she's like, who would you be without the flute, though? Who are you? And that was the only time I've ever been questioned on that. And I've held on to that. And so I think that helped, because that definitely planted the seed in my head that like my self-worth should not be in the flute, even if I choose for this to become my profession. So yeah, but anyway, we're just going down Joanna's list of classical music anxieties. The next one on the list is listening to classical music for fun. So we're doing it. Every week, we're just going to choose different big piece. I figured that even if we just listen to one a week, that's great, because there are 56 weeks in a year, so I'll listen to 56 huge classical pieces on repeat. I mean, that's pretty good, right? So, yeah. Anyway, I took way too long talking about that. It sounds like you guys feel me. It sounds like you guys hear me. Yeah. Yeah, Finny, you too. The flute is a very, the flute world is a very competitive world. That is very true. And you had to learn how to not compare yourself and to self-reflect for your own improvement at your own pace. Yes. That is the case for everyone, regardless of whether you're a hobbyist or a professional. It's hard. It's really hard, but it's worth it, because I can tell you that on the other side, as just a nerd, being just a flute nerd is really fun. It is really fun. You learn a lot of fun things. and it's just a great time. But when you start to loop in your self-worth with how well you play the flute, it's bad news, guys. It's bad news. Like, I mean, look at me. Like, I am now having to go down a laundry list of anxieties to deal with. So you don't want that. But for those of you who are kind of stuck in the same situation as me, whatever. Let's just get out of this together. Okay? So Scheherazade this week, okay? So I might ask you guys, what your favorite recordings were next week when we meet up here. And, let's just see what we think. We probably won't be able to play the recordings on here. Otherwise, I will definitely get copyright struck, which I don't want. But, yeah. Anyway, I should take my leave. I love y'all so very much. Please stay happy, healthy, and safe. And thank you so much for joining me today. It was super fun. So yeah, very slowly, guys, we're sort of building a little program of what we do in these live streams. I kind of love it. We're doing a little bit of memorization, and then now I'm adding this little bit of our listen on repeat piece. So that's going to be really fun. I'm really excited to nerd out with you guys next week. All right, guys. Again, stay happy, healthy, and safe. I love you all so very much. And I shall see you guys next week. But if you guys want to see me literally almost every day, then head on over to twitch.tv/justanotherflautist. I will be practicing there Tuesday to Friday for 1 hour each day. And then I will put up my solo practice sessions on the weekends. So there you go. Excellent. Swedish or Norwegian orchestra for Scheherazade. Thank you. Thank you very much. All right. Thank you guys. Seriously. All right. Laters, guys.